joy to be here today as we begin the journey towards the 11th edition of the Tata Steel World 25K Kolkata. Very warm welcome to the landmark luxury heritage hotel, the Lalit Great Eastern, which is our hospitality partner. 11 editions. The world's first athletics 25K, a second decade.
আরে সামনে থেকে সরতে হবে ওখানে দাঁড়িয়ে সেট করছে
As a journalist, as a media person, I've covered sport for around the world for about 2.5 decades. If somebody asked me in 2014, is this race going to be where it is today, I would have said, maybe, maybe not. There was self-doubt, always is. Kolkata did not run. We Bengalis did not run. We weren't really the people to wake up at about 10-11 degrees centigrade in winter, leave our cushy beds and come out of our blankets, leaving our luchi and begun bhaja in the morning and go to Red Road and run. They're not like that. The monkey cats defined us. But then this revolution happened. And it did happen. We did throw the word revolution. We do this, flippantly use the word revolution these days, but this is one such, and a true one in front of all of us. From the iconic Red Road and the Victoria Memorial, to every street that comes alive on race day, this race has become a celebration of health, fitness, inclusion, sustainability, and above all, the indomitable spirit of Kolkata. I've been part of this race since inception. I've seen the numbers grow. I've seen how people have embraced it, how the city has embraced it, how the region has embraced it, how Eastern India now looks at it as the festival that defines our winter. And the two people who dreamt of this, not just here in Kolkata, but around the country, be it Mumbai, be it Delhi, be it Bangalore, or be it Kolkata, the two people who dreamt about it 2.5 decades back, they started a revolution that all of India has currently embraced. To set context, to tell you more, and to make my job easy, what this race is all about, what this evening is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a dear friend of mine and the face of Procam Joint Managing Director, Vivek Singh. Vivek, can I have you on stage, please?
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here with us for the launch of the Tata Steel Kolkata World 25K 2026. We're not actually here for a launch. We're here for much more than that. We're here to celebrate the start of the second decade of something that got the entire east of India, in many ways India, moving and the world to sit up and recognize. Ladies and gentlemen, when we came here to West Bengal in 2013, there was hardly any running culture. Probably 1 or 2 run clubs. And the love for sport was well known, but the love for running, which is really the mother of all sport, was virtually non-existent. It took a visionary title sponsor, Tata Steel, to take a huge step forward and say that let's bring the magic that which is now engulfing Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad, let's bring it to the east. And let's have something special here for people that want to run, people that want to choose health and fitness as a way of life. It was not an easy decision. The 21K distance had been taken by Delhi, the 42 by Bombay, the 10 by Bangalore. Which other distance should we try? Yes, 25K is world recognized, it's ratified, but it's an unusual distance, and at that time, especially. It takes a backbone of steel, and that's what Tata Steel showed from day one to launch the Tata Steel 25K, and in 2 short years it became Tata Steel International 25K, and And 2 years ago, it became the Tata Steel World 25K.
দেশে বিদেশে নির্ভীকতায় সাহসে একটাই নাম প্রকাশে তাকমা 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 জানুন জানাতে থাকুন
every generation. So we have introduced 2 categories and we hope to see more and more participation in these categories. We also reserved a dedicated number of entries for women across both the 25K and Open 10K categories, reinforcing our commitment to making this race more inclusive than ever before. And the registrations they are going to open from tomorrow, the 13th August 2026. When I say 13th August, some of you people who played housing, 13 is a number say that lucky for someone. But let me tell you, 13 is a number which is lucky for me. I always believed 13 is a lucky number, and even Vivek somehow decided that 13 August would be the day for opening our registrations. Thank you, Vivek, for that. And I request all of you, and not only all of you and your colleagues, friends and families, to join this marathon, which is, as I mentioned, it's not only a race, it is a community connect for Kolkata. And I had also observed that between 2014 and 2026, when we look back, that time hardly there were 4 to 5 such marathons in Kolkata. And today, I think once the winter starts, every week we have more than 1, more than 2 marathons. So that has been the change of culture in Kolkata we could see, and that's how the people in Kolkata embrace any new change. On Sunday, December 2026, the event will be flagged off from iconic Red Road with a prize purse of $142,214 US. This race rewards excellence at every level. Over the decade, we have seen running clubs and the runner community grow by the hundreds, which I have been mentioning, that we could see the difference between 2014, and I was also giving the example of Tata Steel, people who have participated. People who participated in 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, today, as mentioned by Vivek, so they have seen the taste at 25 kilometers and now they have moved to Mumbai for 42 kilometers. That has given them the confidence. Because as he rightly mentioned, between 21 to 42, we say half and full, and you are a bit hesitant. But when you complete 25, you have that, yes, I have completed 25, I can now go to 42 also, and it has happened. Some of our colleagues are now participating, thanks to 25K Kolkata World Marathon which has started here.
ঢালাই হোক বা ভিত, এই সিমেন্টেরই হবে জিত। শহর থেকে গ্রাম নির্মাণে একটাই নাম, রাশমি সিমেন্ট। এবার নির্মাণ হবে সুপারহিট।
With Sundar, the best thing is he gets it. You know why? I've come to know him well over the last couple of years. He played sport. While growing up, he played sport, and he's not just played one sport, he's played multiple different sports. So somebody who's been part of the system, who knows what sport is all about, who knows what sport can do to people, gets it, and that's the best part about Tata Steel. Whether it's Mr. Narendran who does the half marathon, who does the 25K, who does the 10K, whether it's Sundar, whether it's Shri Piyush Gupta, whether it's Shri Sarvesh Kumar, they are part of this story over the last decade, and that's the best part of India. And that's why this event is now part of our DNA. So after Oshtana Nation, please try and be part of that story. What is the importance? As you know, Bhaichung our Shanta Bushes. All of us know Bhaichung is a star. When Bhaichung comes up on stage, you start celebrating Bhaichung, and that's very natural. We've all celebrated his goals. What is the difference between football and running? Tell me. The difference is, when you celebrate a Bhaichung Bhutia, you're actually celebrating a star. You're celebrating a sports person. But when you talk running, you're celebrating yourself. When Shripad is on that starting line, he finishes his celebration. When you finish that race, it's your celebration in Kolkata on the 20th of December. So this is your festival, ladies and gentlemen. That's the point that Vivek Singh was trying to make. On that note, the well-being of every runner. When you talk a marathon, you have to understand that the safety and well-being of every runner is at the heart of a successful race, and playing a vital role in ensuring that is our medical partner, Fortis Hospital as well. You know, no event of of this scale or stature is possible without the help of the government. Absolutely not. It's never possible. Because ultimately you're bringing a whole city together. You're bringing the whole of Eastern India together. You're bringing everyone together on that red road morning on the 20th of December. It's a celebration of Kolkata.
Thank you all. ভয়ের নয় ভরসার কলকাতার নতুন পশ্চিমবঙ্গে আপনাদেরকে স্বাগত। I was going through the brochure of this particular event, Tata Steel World 25K, and while I was hearing the sponsors was in front of me. Someone was saying about the glory of Kolkata. For last 10 years, last 10 or 11 years, you have conducted this 25K half marathon here in Kolkata. And when you are talking about the glory of Kolkata, we, as an opposition MLA, tried to set a new stage for all of you. Under the blessings of our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi and under the leadership of our Chief Minister Sri Subhendu Adhikari, we are ready to invite all of you, not only within our state but the outside of our state, even every corner of our world, come and join with us to develop new West Bengal. We the people who are staying here in Kolkata or within the boundary of our state, all of us, we are actually trying hard to get a kind of passage to breathe once again. আমার মনে হয় আজকের কলকাতায় আমরা স্বাধীনভাবে অন্তত একটু শ্বাস নিতে পারছি। আমরা যারা কলকাতার ইতিহাস, সংস্কৃতি, কৃষ্টিকে নিয়ে গর্ব করতাম বিগত বেশ কিছু বছর ধরে, সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা একটা হয়তো আমাদের মনে হয়েছে যে পতনের যেরকম কোনো শব্দ হয় না, ঠিক সেইভাবে সেই কৃষ্টি ইতিহাসে কোথাও একটা পড়ে যাওয়ার শব্দে আমরা ব্যথিত ছিলাম। আমি আশা করি আজকে যেভাবে সঞ্চালক বলছিলেন, this is a way we can showcase our Kolkata in front of every corner of the world. The people who will come and join this marathon, they will see, they will enjoy, they will feel the new spirit of our Kolkata. And our state government is ready to welcome all the guests, all the marathon players will join this particular marathon. We welcome all of them with a very grateful heart. And also I like to thank the organizer. I was just asking Bhaichung regarding Gold Marathon 25K. He was stating that to get this kind of work or achievement, we need to fulfill, there are certain conditions to get this Gold 25K Marathon. So it's a wonderful experience to be present here with or for this launching program. I'm happy to say that our government is ready to help you in every manner. Thank you for
common, and you will die with that. If you're a Mohun Bagan fan at the age of 6, you die a Mohun Bagan fan at the age of 80. Bhaichung Bhutia in that cave, 4-1, 3 goals against Mohun Bagan. He's played for India countless times, but that's one thing I will forever hold against him. One of India's greatest, if not the greatest, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best ever at event Ratnas. Ladies and gentlemen, before I call Bhaichung Bhutia on stage, we put together this small lady celebrating our event Ratna, Padma Shri Bhaichung Bhutia. the city. What does a race like this do?
Before I answer to you, every time I see you, Bhutia, you always say, I hate you all the time because I think I've made a big mistake by scoring that hat trick. And every time I see Bhutia, he says, I hate you for that. So sorry about it, I want to ask forgiveness for that.
You got salted that wound of being a Mohan Bagan fan, but to forget that and now tell me, what does a race like this do for the city?
First of all, I would like to thank Procam for again making me part of the 11th edition of Tata Steel World 25K. It's been an honor for the second time. The last time, on the 10th edition of Tata Steel World 25K, that was my first association, and this is my second association, so thank you Procam for making me part of this wonderful event. I think the race, as you said, I think it's a fantastic race. Last year I could see it right on the ground, and we had, I think, 23,000 runners last year. And this last year, I think also there was Ashmita run, which was a 5K run for a lot of first-time runners. I think that was so important because I think there are a lot of people wanting to Anand run, which there are a lot of young kids and a lot of young runners, first-time runners wanting to be a runner. And I think Anand Run was such a great initiative that started last year. We saw a lot of participation on that as well. So I think Tata Steel World 25K run is not just run, I think it's run for your own fitness, own health, and also it's run for fun. And it brings everyone, it brings town, it brings Kolkata all together. And I think what a great atmosphere, what a great environment it was. And I'm sure this is the start of the second decade of Kolkata Tata Steel World 25K. So I'm sure I think it's going to be a great start with a lot of things happening now. And hopefully I think 11th edition is going to be even bigger and better from the last decade.
I think Bhaichung mentioned 23,000. Last year we had to close down registrations, right, at 23,000 because there were more people queuing up to register. This time I'm sure we crossed 25,000. More than 25,000 is what we are aspiring to do. So absolutely. Bhaichung, when you see this as a sportsperson yourself all through your life, it's not about elite sports people. It's not about the Bhaichungs of the world who will be 0.1% in India. But this distance running revolution that we are now seeing across the country makes us a better society, not just in Calcutta and different parts of the world. In that sense, from the health, fitness, inclusivity, that standpoint, how does this whole Procam revolution, if I can call it that, the revolution that we are seeing in Mumbai, in Bangalore, in Delhi, in Kolkata, how does that help make India a much better country and a society?
I think if you look, just not India, but across the world, I think health, fitness, wellness has become a big thing. And I think it's so important these days. I think it's good to see, I think, a lot of younger generation taking health and fitness very seriously. Today, a lot of young parents, as well, I'm a young parent myself, I've got kids. A lot of parents like us are also looking at kids to play sports and stay fit. And I think that is where running like Tata Steel World 25K really encourages, motivates a lot of younger generation to stay fit, run. And I think this is what life is all going to be. I think in a couple of years, I think the wellness, the fitness is something which everybody is going to get. And even for the government, even for your own, and even for the government, also if you stay fit, healthy, I think that your budget for the health is going to reduce because less people getting ill. I think that's going to save a lot of government funds as well. So I think it's very important that you start staying fit and help yourself, your family, as well.
मधुकैटव विध्वंसी विधात्री वरदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि दिशो जहि.
Dignitaries for the registration and the formal launch of the registration. I won't ask you a men's football question because the inevitable is the moment I ask you a men's football question, it will become politicized. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that at all. But and this actually brings me from almost last year. What is the percentage of women runners? Women close to 40, around 40%. Now that has been a staggering growth, right? Over the last 10 years, the number of women who are now running as part of the Tata Steel World 25K has seen a massive jump. When I bring that to football, last year 3 of our teams qualified, right? The under all of them qualified for the AFC. Do you see the women's football team in India, multiple age groups, turn the corner, play the World Cup? Do you see women's football in India have a much brighter future? Is that a real story?
Definitely yes. I think if you look at the rankings as well, the women football is much better ranked in terms of performance in the last couple of years, in terms of qualifications to Asia Cup or other tournaments. I think women have done much better. In fact, I have an academy, Bhaichung football schools at BPFS, Bhaichung Football Academy. We started girls football academy 3 years ago. In fact, what you're talking about, under 17, under 20, the girls that qualified. In fact, from my academy, we had 4 girls play for under 17 India, 3 girls from BBFS playing for under 20. We've taken over my academy, we've taken over the club in Delhi called Garhwal United. Through that club, we participate, the girls participate. In fact, Garhwal United, we won the 2nd division women's league. And this year, they have played Garhwal United under BPFS. We played for the first time Indian women league, which is the biggest league in India. So I think women's football is in a much better shape. I think if more than I keep saying that everywhere, I think women are going to play much faster. They play World Cup, I think, faster than the men's as well.
So blame Aarti, Neha and their team. Football boots or running shoes, if you could keep only one for the next one.
Football shoes still.
Procam, he doesn't deserve to be the brand ambassador.
I've been a striker, so it's been more of a sprinter. So
I understand that. When you say Bolt was asked, have you ever done a marathon? The answer was no. Okay, be honest, 90 minutes of football or 25k on the road, which one hurts more the next morning?
Definitely 25k.
So let's make him do that more and more. Let's make him do that for the hat trick. Okay, complete this without thinking too much, Bhaichung. Don't think too much, no time to you. Kolkata is Shonar because
of Mecca of Indian football, one of the reasons, for me at least, for football.
Wow, Kolkata is Shonar because Kolkata is the Mecca of Indian football, says Bhaichung Bhutia. One footballer, past or present, you'd love to see at the Tata Steel World 25K start?
I would want to see.
Give me one Indian, give me one world, because then I can push Vivek to get that person as brand ambassador, international.
I don't want to say Messi because we all know what Messi does. He doesn't like to run much. When he gets the ball, that's where his magic starts. So I think I would want to see Messi coming and doing 25K actually.
That's too much of a wish.
You only see Messi when he gets the ball, so everybody's like complaining, why does Messi doesn't run? He's only walking. So I think we need to bring him and make sure that he runs this 25K.
That's a real far-fetched wish as far as I'm concerned today, but an Indian footballer?
I think I have Vijay to be great. He was my idol and he's been my idol.
We'll call Bhaichung back on stage once again. Our race doctor Bhaichung Bhutia, thank you very much for joining.
Firstly, I'd like to wish you a very good evening. For long times, as you said, for almost a couple of decades, we have not had great evenings where sports has been concerned. But now, I'd like to tell you, and it's not about just another one of any, just like any other person in the chair, that something great is going to come out. But it's a belief, and it's a motivation, and it's our aim that something great will actually come out. Regarding national games, we are already having our focus on bidding for the national games. Rest assured about that. But for national games to happen, we should be having national level sports infrastructure and national level nurturing of talent of our sports persons, which has been lacking for several years, for decades now. So as you have already noticed, definitely less than 100, in fact less than 2 months since we took charge in this office. And you have also must have noticed the way our focus has been to improve, not just improve, to create some great world-class sports infrastructure. Not just cricket, not just football. It's cricket, football, athletics, shooting, swimming and various other Olympic disciplines, lawn tennis, table tennis, where we should be heavily invested in. Because if you want to invest in the future, I think you should invest in sports. Because sports not just creates great sports person, but sports actually makes a great future of our youth, of our country and of our state. Because we have to, sports not just makes, for example in school level sports, we should, our focus is to make our students not just great sports person. Many of them won't be pursuing sports as a career option, but we need their great physical and mental health as well. To keep them well, we have to focus on wellness, and that's why sports should be all pervasive and all inclusive.
My colleague after is saying, go back and stand on the riser. So first you've got to go back and stand on the riser. And there you go behind you. At 12 ends. Don't turn. If you turn, then only the back of the back will step up. We are now towards the photograph. That's it. So then upstairs. Sarvesh, you come to this one. And Sita, you come to this one. Yeah. So just put your flag. And there you go. That's the registration done, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, as you can see. That's the start of the registration of the Tata Steel 25K World. Now, all of my dignitaries who are on stage, stay on, because we've just had the Honorable Chief Minister sign the bid. We will just it was Haidesh that all our audience can see it. There you go. Just some time back, Tutui Debnath, the Honorable Chief Minister Shonar Kolkata, with the bid Tata Steel World 25K. And all of you can come down. Largest ever participation in the Tata Steel World 25K. You will see the Asian Games, you will see the Para-Asian Games, you will see multiple other sporting events, but this one will be a festival for all of us. Thank you and good night.